Thanks for stopping by. Another no BS social media update. I wouldn't call this a basic tenet because it may not apply to you, but I just want you to keep the concepts in mind. And it's not about what you want. It's really about what your fans, your followers, your friends want. And the reason I'm talking about this, and again, it may not apply to you, in the music business, a lot of people put up music videos on YouTube. There are also other music video sites that they can put their music videos up, and they can actually make more money on those sites. One of those sites, very famous, and a lot of the big stars have their videos on Vevo. And I had an artist tell me the other day that he was going to shut down his YouTube page to force people to go view his video on Vevo, because he makes more money with people watching his video on Vevo than he does on YouTube. And I said, well, you can go ahead and do that. I would advise against that, because it's not about what you want, it's about what they want. So I've always told people with social media, everybody gets frustrated with Facebook. Everybody got frustrated with MySpace. The problem is there are more people there than there were, getting them to come to your site. Again, we've talked about having a website and how important it is to have a website. But it's easier to connect with people, or there are more people to connect with, I guess you'd say, on your Facebooks, back in the day on MySpace, than it is, getting them to your website. There are more people on YouTube watching videos than there are going over to Vevo. I'll be honest, as just a normal, everyday consumer, which I know I'm really not, I can't stand Vevo because they force you to watch a 30-second commercial leading up to the video each and every time. You can't block through it, you can't skip through it, and I understand it pays for the service. But at the same time, I can probably still find the same content on YouTube. And in this world where we don't necessarily have time, we don't necessarily think watching a video online is worth a 30-second commercial. You got to think about that sometimes. So it's not about what you want your fans, your followers, your friends to do. You really got to take into consideration what they want. You know what? The people are on YouTube. The people are on Facebook. So you can avoid them if you want, but you're going to get a lot further if you connect with them there. Now, again, the goal is to get them to move to where you want them to be, whether that's your website, whether it's Vevo, it doesn't matter. But you can't force anybody to do anything. Don't for a minute think, well, you know what, I'm just going to shut down my Facebook page and to heck with people. And you can do that. And I know a lot of people have shut down Facebook pages. But then I've also found a lot of people have reopened them or come back with them. Or a lot of times you'll hear celebrities, movie stars, TV stars, politicians, recording artists shut down their Twitter account. They've done something stupid and they shut it down. Now with Twitter you can actually bring it back, so it isn't really shut down and it comes back. But think about that. Now, some people don't care about losing. I don't care if it's 10,000, 100,000, a million fans, followers, friends, or whatever, but think about how hard it is to build that. And think about what you're telling them. It's not about them, it's about you. Yeah, now I realize, you know what, it is about what we want. But you're not going to grow a following. You're not going to grow a loyal legion of people, which is what social media is all about, if you make it all about you. If you don't make it about them. So again, you may succeed, and there are always exceptions to the rules, by getting what you want, by forcing people to do what you want to do. Garth Brooks, the famous recording artist who just announced a comeback recently, once again, told people he didn't like digital downloads, digital streaming, and he's finally going to, acquiesce a little bit, and the only place to get it is on garthbrooks.com. You know what? When you're a big star like Garth Brooks, you may be able to do that. But I've watched the backlash of people who are so upset by him, not caring enough about what they want. It's all about what he wants. Now, when you're as rich as Garth Brooks, you can do that. When you're as big a star as Garth Brooks, or some of the stars who fight against, the sites like Spotify and Pandora, and even about putting their music on iTunes, I can understand that. I can understand when you're a big, huge star, trying to muscle your way around a little bit, being a 600-pound gorilla. But let me tell you, having been a 600-pound gorilla in a small sense, and seeing what happens when you're not, you got to think about that. You got to think about the what if. Think in terms of every one of these people you connect with, every one of these friendships, and I use the word friendship, that you build is special and is not easily replaceable. And at the same time, you've got to keep earning that trust each and every day, each and every week, each and every year. It's not about what you want. It's about what your friends, your fans, your followers, your connections want. Think about that. Again, a little bit specific to the music business or to the celebrity world, a lot of which I deal with. But just think about it in terms of whatever you're trying to do. You'll go a long way and be very successful in social media with that attitude of thinking about others first. See you next week. IntensitySocial.com, IntensityMedia.net, our websites. We're easy to find all over the web. Just type in Intensity Media and you'll find us. See you next week.